Morning everyone and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. I've started this one a little bit later than I normally would. It's currently Thursday, but it's because I was so busy yesterday when I was planning on starting it that I just didn't have time. I just wanted to give you an update on what I'm reading. I'm currently in the middle of 3 books. The first one is an audiobook because I finished Uprooted, and that is Sapiens. I'm back to non-fiction for my audiobooks because I think it works better for me. I haven't enjoyed the 2 fiction audiobooks that I've read so far this year, so I'm sticking with non-fiction for now. And then I'm also in the middle of 2 physical books. The first one I'm reading is Tracer by Rob Bofford. He's releasing another book this year called Adrift, and this is his first trilogy, I believe. I think this might be his debut. I'm about 160 pages into it. It's not amazing, to be honest, but I'm intrigued. I'm not really connected to the characters at all. I don't think characters are his strong point. In case you don't know what this is about, which is probably likely because it's not a very well-known book, it's adult sci-fi set on a spaceship. Everyone left Earth because Earth was basically ruined by humans. The main character is part of basically a gang of delivery people, boys and girls, who run deliveries across the spaceship. At the start of the book, she delivers to a bad guy, and this bad guy starts to kick off, and then he gets arrested, and then things get set in motion and bombs start to go off and it just goes a bit crazy. I'm hoping to finish this tomorrow because I've got the day off work and we're driving to Birmingham, so I'm hoping to get some reading in then. It's not the best book, but I'm enjoying it enough to probably read the sequels at some point if I get around to it. And then the second book that I'm reading is a buddy read. I'm reading it with my friend Lacey. I will leave her channel below. That is The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. This is YA paranormal / fantasy with a bit of dystopian thrown in there as well. I'm enjoying it, but it's not the best book. Like, there is some stuff happening. It's not a boring book, but there's nothing unique happening. I think Lacey and I are both hoping that it will kick off soon. I'm 160 pages in, I think. I'm only on chapter 10. At the rate this is going, I will be reading the sequel. It's just I might not be picking it up so soon. It's a really easy read. If you didn't know, it's about a kind of dystopian future where there's some sort of virus that's killing children, and if the children survive to puberty, then they develop powers, and that means that the adults are scared of them. So a lot of kids are put into camps, and the main character is put into a camp for like 6 years. There's not really much explained about this camp, which I thought was disappointing. I would have liked more of that. Then she is kind of extracted from the camp by a couple of people, and then stuff happens. She meets a guy who I imagine is going to be the love interest, and it's all kicking off from there. I'm enjoying the world building, but I would have liked more of the camp, and yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'll keep you posted on what I think later on, but so far it's a decent book. Hey everyone, it is Saturday morning and I have finally had time to sit down and read. I'm currently reading The Darkest Minds still. I'm on chapter 21, I think, and Lacey got to 22 last night, so I'm just going to play catch up and then hopefully read a little bit further ahead today, so then, because Lacey's in the time zone that's behind me, she can then catch up to 26 and then we'll be like on an even playing field. We'll hopefully be able to finish the book tomorrow in time for my next buddy read on Monday, which is for A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. Hopefully you can hear me over the washing machine. It's very loud at the moment and the door's not shut and I can't bother to get up and close it. Yesterday I went up to Birmingham to see my friend and I didn't vlog anything because we were just wandering around. We went to see Dippy, the dinosaur from the Natural History Museum, who is like touring England at the moment, maybe the UK. Definitely England, because I think she's gone from London to Birmingham and then she's going up to Manchester. But anyway, so I didn't get any reading done at all yesterday and I didn't vlog anything. Wednesday, obviously, I had the alpacas, which was a ton of fun, and I got to feed them and feed some sheep.
Oh, this poor little guy here getting crushed in the middle.
Yeah, he doesn't care, he's getting off his floor.
Quill got me the experience, I guess, for Christmas, and we finally booked it for this week, and it was brilliant, so much fun. Hopefully future me will have inserted clips and pictures so you'll be able to see what exactly went on. The alpacas were adorable. They were really sweet. We just walked 2 of them, so we had 1 each, and they were a bit hesitant to leave their little group because they're herd animals and they didn't want to leave all of their friends, which I thought was adorable, but eventually they got going, and the farmer was really nice. We got her whole life story about her and her husband and her family, which was really interesting. and it was just a really nice morning, really. I think the walk could have gone on for longer maybe, but it was a small farm, so obviously I didn't want us taking the alpacas away from the farm because that could be dangerous. It was quite funny because when the woman was walking the two over to us, one of the alpacas had a bow tie and one of them had a veil on, and she like yelled out like, oh, it's okay, we're just planning for a wedding or practicing for a wedding, which is going on in 2 days time, because some people had requested the alpacas be at the wedding, and you know, so they can take photos with the alpacas for Instagram, I guess. And then afterwards when we sat down for tea, she was like, I saw you were a young couple, and I panicked, so I had to like throw a disclaimer out there that the alpacas weren't in veils for you, because otherwise I might have thought that Quill was about to propose, and I was kind of sat there like I would have had absolutely no idea. So my plan for today is to carry on reading The Darkest Minds, hopefully finish it tomorrow in time for my buddy read, and hopefully Lacey will also be able to finish it. It's not the best book, to be honest. I'm 330 pages in, so I've got this much to go. And it's been quite boring so far. It's very bland. The main character has no personality. It's catering to like the post-Hunger Games type YA crowd. So maybe a few years ago I would have loved it, but right now I can't really understand why this book has gotten so much hype. I do like the superpowers thing, but there isn't enough of that for me. For some reason they're not really using their powers as much as I would have hoped. I get that they're in hiding and like they're running away from people who are hunting people with powers, but I feel like the whole thing could be more exciting, more action-packed. There's no chemistry between the love interest and the main character, and Ruby is just so boring. She is getting a little bit better, to be fair, now that she's out of the camp and she's interacting with other people, but yeah, it's not my favourite book, and I don't know if I want to continue with the rest of the series. So if someone could tell me if it gets better, if it gets more exciting, then that would be great, because I'm open to carrying on with it. Because it's an easy read, it's just I don't really want to if it stays like this, because there would be no point. But anyway, I'm going to stop, I'm going to carry on reading, and then maybe make some pancakes. I really feel like pancakes. Also, this washing machine is driving me mad. I don't know why it's so loud today, but it's doing my head in.
Hey everyone, it is Wednesday morning, and I have finished The Darkest Minds. I finished it a couple of days ago. I really didn't enjoy it. I probably gave it like 2.5, but that seems generous. Stars. I just thought the characters were lacking, the plot was just like plain sailing, and I didn't enjoy it. So yeah, I won't be reading the sequels. I might read a summary on Recaptains, maybe, but I honestly don't care enough to do that either. I'm supposed to be doing a buddy read this week with some friends for The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, but I'm failing because I've only read one page. Work is really busy again. I'm going to sound like a broken record, but work is really busy. Then tomorrow I have a funeral, so yeah, I haven't really had much time to read. I'm hoping to get a little bit of reading in tonight when we're at the hotel, so I'm going to take this with me. And then I'm definitely going to get some read this weekend. We're going to Quill's parents down in Kent, but I'm hoping for just a few hours to chill out and get through this book, because I've already bought the sequel because I know that I'm going to really enjoy this one. It's just I haven't had time to get into it. I also finished another book, and that is called We'll Fly Away by Brian Bliss. It's a YA contemporary about a teenage boy who's on death row. You're not really sure what the reason is when you go into the book, and then it alternates between letters to his best friend while he's inside and kind of flashbacks, the build up to what caused him to be on death row, and I really, really enjoyed it. I can't remember if it's a debut for this year, but it came out in May, I think. It wasn't as hard-hitting as I was hoping it would be, but I kind of related to a lot of the characters and the kind of situations that they were in, and I very much loved the characters. It was a very character-driven book, so I'd highly recommend that one if you haven't read it or heard of it already. everyone, it's currently Saturday afternoon and I just got back from Canterbury. As you can see from the clips I just included, I went to Canterbury with Quill for the day because we're down seeing his parents in Kent, and I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. We didn't go into the cathedral because it was expensive and I wasn't really that interested, so we spent the day wandering around and we went to the Canterbury Tales Museum and a couple of other places, and it was a lot of fun. Really nice weather as well. It's just I'm really tired now, so I've come upstairs for a nap. I just wanted to give you a quick reading update because I haven't really done much updating this week. As you already know, I finished The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. I can't remember if I told you that I finished Uprooted as well. Didn't enjoy it. I'm not sure if I would have enjoyed it more as a physical book instead of an audio book, but I listened to it on audio and didn't really love it. I've just started another book, and that is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky. I'm meant to be buddy reading this with a few people, but some of them have already finished, and because I've been really slow to start, I'm only one chapter in so far. I've just been so busy and stressed from work, so I haven't really had much time to read, but I'm up here for my nap and I'm going to do a bit more reading and then quickly nap and then have dinner and then hopefully read some more because we don't have any plans for this evening, which is nice because this week has been crazy. I also bought 2 books while I was in Canterbury, which I've already shown you in a clip, but I thought I'd show you again. First one is Save the Date by Matson. Matson is one of my favourite authors, and this is her newest book. It came out this week in the UK, the week before in the USA, and the US has a different cover. I'll insert it over this. I think I do prefer the US cover, but I'm happy with this one as well. I'm definitely going to be reading this one next. It's a YA contemporary about a wedding, I think. I didn't even read the summary, it's just Matson, so I thought I'd pick it up. And then because that one was buy one get one half price at Waterstones, I bought a book for half price. And that is All of This Is True. I received an e-copy of this for review, but because of the format that it's told in, I felt it would be better to get a physical copy, so I've gone ahead and bought the paperback. It's told in mixed media, I think, not quite in the same vein as the Illuminae files, but it's told in like interviews and articles and all sorts. I did start it as an ebook. I couldn't really get into it because the formatting just didn't really work, so yeah, I've bought a copy now and will hopefully be reading it soon, but for now I'm going to be reading The Long Way to a Small and Angry Planet and then getting on to Save the Date. Thanks for watching this week's vlog everyone, and I hope you have a fantastic week.